Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Laura Markham, and I am thrilled that parents in the Czech Republic and Slovakia are working toward becoming peaceful parents. The bonds you build with your children are the most important part of parenting, and my hope is that my books will give you the tools to strengthen your relationships with your children. I love to hear how parents all over the world are using these ideas to support them every day in the tough challenges they face. Empathy is global. Welcome to Peaceful Parenting. I know you've all voted on a question for me to answer, and that question is how to react when your child enforces something they want by weeping and grieving. That's a hard one for all of us because, of course, children do that. They want what they want, and they cry sometimes when they can't have it. But remember that you're the one who decides what's in your child's best interests. Even if your child wanted to run into the street and cried because you wouldn't let them, you still wouldn't let them. So you're the one who has to decide all day, every day, what to allow your child to do and what not to allow your child to do. And sometimes they will cry. So the answer to your question is you just allow them to cry and you understand their disappointment. I know you're so sad that I said no. You're so disappointed. And your child goes, and do you give them what they want? Not if you've decided it's not the right thing to do. You give them a hug instead. Because really what children need, what they want, is not to get everything they want. When you do this, children learn they won't get everything they want, but they get something better. They get a parent who always understands, no matter what. We had a couple of other questions on the Facebook group that I'd like to answer. So one is, how do you manage to stay calm in every situation? Well, I don't think I do, and I don't think anyone does. You know, maybe Mother Teresa did, but Mother Teresa never had children. So I don't think parents can stay calm in every situation. I think what you do is you become an expert in noticing, just becoming more mindful, more aware of what's going on. So when you do start to get dysregulated, not calm, you notice it. It's the faster that you notice it that you can return yourself to calm. So no one stays calm, but you can return yourself to calm. So you just notice all day long. And you know what'll happen if you start to pay attention? If you have a buzzer you can set, like maybe your watch has an alarm on it and you can set that for every hour, or maybe you just have some sort of a little buzzer you can set. Every hour, just check in with yourself. How am I doing? Wow, I am getting pretty annoyed right now. Good to know that now, before you actually start yelling at your child, right? Because now you can take steps to intervene with your child if they're doing something that's driving you crazy, or to take care of you, because most often we yell at our kids because we're stressed out. Something that they're doing today might not bother us, but tomorrow when we're stressed, it would totally bother us, right? And then we lose it. So if you can monitor your own mood all day long, you'll catch it faster when you're on that downhill slide, and you can stop and you can turn things around before you build up too much downward momentum. The last question we're going to answer is, how do you react to those people who criticize the emotional approach to parenting? Well, of course, when people are faced with something that they're not used to, that they don't understand, often they're puzzled by it and sometimes they're a little threatened by it, especially if they did something different in raising their own children. So we never need to criticize anyone else, but when someone says, that's crazy, that child shouldn't be crying because he didn't get a cookie, you can just say, you know what? We have to limit his behavior. He can't eat all the cookies in the world. He can't hit his sister. He can't run in the road. But he's allowed to have his feelings about it. We allow all feelings. And when we do that, the child begins to accept their own feelings, and they begin to make friends with their feelings, which allows them to regulate their emotions much faster. That's the beginning of emotional intelligence. And once children can regulate their emotions, they can regulate their behavior. So what I would say to someone who criticizes that approach is, this is what science says, this is what research says works better to raise children who are actually better at regulating their emotions. You know, we don't build cars the way we used to when they were first invented. We have a lot better ways to do it. We certainly don't do surgery the way we used to. And why would we raise children the way we used to if research now shows us so much about the way the brain works and the way children develop and how we can do a better job to raise human beings who are whole and emotionally intelligent and who are not only able to realize their own gifts and contribute them to the world, but who are able to make the world a better place. So I hope you enjoy Peaceful Parent Happy Kids and Peaceful Parent Happy Siblings. It fills my cup to know that parents all over the world are striving to be more peaceful and to build better relationships with their children and to raise children who are going to transform the world we all share. Thank you.